Hi, I'm Brian Lansing. Today I'm going to speak to you about a hot topic in college sports today, which is paying college athletes. College athletes are a money maker in today's world, and they deserve to be paid, in my opinion. One reason I'm talking to you about this is because over the past couple months I've been researching the topic of the pros and cons of paying college athletes, and everything is revolved around money. I believe they should be paid because of the amount of money that college athletes can make for the NCAA and what they should be able to make for themselves. One statistic that jumped out at me is that some of the highest paid coaches in college football's combined salary is $53.4 million, according to the New York Times, and the players get none of it. It's funny that the players get none of it because without the players, and the coaches would have no job or would not be successful at all when it comes to them making money. And I believe that the players deserve at least a little bit of it monthly because they, being college athletes, they actually have more on their shoulders. Granted, they do get all of their school paid for, and they don't have to pay for any books or anything because of the scholarship money they're awarded to play the sport. But with the amount of time consumed playing the sports, they don't have time to go get a job to pay for things like food, if they need new clothes, or anything else they wanted. So why not pay the college athletes some of the money that they generate every year by their games being televised, or people buying the tickets, the merchandise, like jerseys. Why not let them sell something that has their autograph on it to make money if they need it? Last year, CBS signed a $10.8 billion deal with the NCAA for the men's basketball tourney, and that's March Madness, which is one of the highest rated TV shows, well, not TV shows, but like events on TV that ever happens, and those players saw none of it. There's 64 teams in the basketball tournament, and none of the players got to see any of the money, which I think is wrong, considering they are college students and they do deserve to get some of the money, because other college students have the time to go work while they have to go to school to make the NCAA even more money. Every year the NCAA makes nearly $800 million, and
Pardon the interruption, please. We need Reagan site to come to the main office. Please, Reagan site to come to the main office.
According to Elite Daily. So over all sports and through all the National Collegiate Athletic Association, they make $845 billion, and they give none of it back to the players. Now, sometimes when they go on breaks, or if there's a time of absence during the sports year, then the coach will give them some money because that is an NCAA rule, because they need money to eat or whatever, but during the season, they get nothing. They have to provide for themselves, and they have no way of working because all the time they put in playing the sport. Most kids in college sports today come from bad homes, and like their parents really don't make that much money, and the only reason they are going to college is because they were granted a scholarship. So I don't know how the NCAA expects for them to pay for like everything that college students needs without giving them some money, because they are putting all their time into playing sports when they could be working. One thing I was reading about was there was an agent, a young guy named John Lukes, and he had an interview with Sports Illustrated. There was a very high prospect named Canvas McGee from Colorado. He went to start talking to Canvas McGee because he wanted to be his agent, knowing he was going to be a high pick in the NFL. One problem he had was that he was running short on money. The quote he actually said to him was, "I need some help. My mom lost her job and she's sick and hasn't been able to make her rent. If I don't come up with $2,500, she's going to get evicted from her apartment." Knowing that kid that was a very high prospect needed the money to even live in an apartment makes me think that why his school wouldn't give him $2,500 to help his mom and himself out, and they kept all the money that he maybe even made from bringing fans in and people buying his merchandise with his number on his jerseys and such. And I think that's just wrong. One case that actually happened not too long ago, it was on ESPN the other day, was the Jameis Winston case. Jameis Winston was a Heisman Trophy winner, and he was the star pitcher on the baseball team and actually got in trouble for stealing crab legs at their food court. He thought since he was on the football team and everything that stuff was paid for, and took the crab legs and ate them. And actually, because of him doing that, he got kicked off the baseball team or suspended indefinitely. I think that's wrong, because if you can't even give a football player that won the Heisman for your school and win you a national championship, he should at least have enough money to buy some crab legs. And the regular work week for college athletes is only supposed to be 20 hours, and according to USA Today, college basketball players said they spend 36.8 hours a week on sports compared to 33 hours a week on academics. I believe with the workload that college athletes have to put on themselves, they deserve to be paid money to play their sports.